Hi, Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and I'm coming to you from my home office outside of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. On today's episode of The Doctor Is In, I'm going to share with you one of the biggest lessons I learned from physical therapy that changed my perspective on pain, seeing it something not to be avoided, but rather it is a part of the cycle to success. So stay tuned. Pain. It's a word we don't like to hear, and it's one we certainly don't want to experience, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain. You see, we as human beings will do anything to avoid pain, and that desire to avoid pain trumps the desire to gain pleasure. I want to share with you a mind flip about how I view pain. It was one of the biggest lessons that I learned from the physical therapy profession, where they taught me that pain is nothing to be avoided, but rather one to be embraced because it's a part of the success cycle. Let me explain. I've been a speech therapist since May of 1994, and I began my career as a speech therapist in the healthcare setting in June of 2003. And that's when I really began working closely with the physical therapy profession. And one thing that struck me in the beginning with working with physical therapy was how quickly they intervened with patients immediately after surgery, especially when it involved surgery involving the joints such as the hip or the knee. And they would come in and they would start working with patients, working up to 2 sessions a day with them while they were in their hospital bed and in their wheelchair, doing range of motion and muscle strengthening exercises before the patient was ready to bear weight on the affected limb. And I remember going to them and asking them why that they were starting this therapy so quickly. Wasn't there a time that was needed for recovery and waiting until the stitches were removed? And they gave me an answer that just was so insightful. And they told me is that pain serves 2 functions. Number 1, pain is a sign of healing. That means your body is getting better and you have to work through that pain. The second thing is that pain is temporal. As long as those joints were moving every single day, the pain over time subsides. And then the patient does not have to rely on those narcotic pain medications that make them all goofy and drowsy. And I thought, wow, that really is insightful when it comes to success in life. Think about it. Whenever we're going to start something new, maybe we're going to start a new business, maybe we're going to lose weight, maybe we're going to run a marathon or climb a mountain, we're going to have to do things that we've never done before. We're going to have to step out of our comfort zone. We're going to have to use muscles we've never used before or haven't used in a while. We may have to do some thinking and learn some new skills that we haven't used before. And it's going to be painful. We're going to have those moments where we're going to be a klutz. We're going to have moments where the pain is going to be intense. We're going to feel like, oh gosh, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. And that's when we have to really dig deep and work every single day. Develop the discipline of consistent, focused action. So if you're going to be running that marathon, by golly, you got to run every single day. If you're going to be building a business, then you have to be devoting every single day, reaching out and finding new customers and creating content that will create that bond of trust between you and that customer, serving their needs. And when you do that, over time, the pain subsides. What this also does too is it serves your brain, because your brain records all of those painful memories and all of those moments when you've had pleasure. And then what happens is that whenever you experience a painful event, your brain is going to kick in and it's going to tell you, you know what, you've been through worse situations before and you came through smelling like a rose. If you can do it back then, you can certainly do this now. And as over time, you're going to develop strength. You're going to develop the emotional strength and you're going to have the physical strength to endure and handle more. And then as you do that, your skill sets are going to get better, and then beforehand, you're going to not have that pain, and you're going to be reaching that pinnacle of success. Did you find today's video helpful? If you did, I want you to do 3 things for me right now. First thing I want you to do is I want you to leave a comment below this video and tell me that you're ready to embrace the pain. And then number 2 is I want you to share this video with people right now who need encouragement. And the third thing that I want you to do is that October is National Physical Therapy Month. If you or someone you know has had physical therapy, I want you to reach out to your physical therapist and I want you to thank them. Give them a shout out of appreciation and gratitude. I owe a lot of my success to the physical therapy profession. I have a tremendous respect for them and the lessons that they've taught me, and they're always at the forefront of helping people alleviate their pain. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of The Doctor Is In, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.